Good afternoon, my awesome friends and followers of the channel, and to you, the members. Thank you for your continued support as we keep moving in a direction of non-bullshittery. Yes, so what could this be about? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have been listening, I've been watching, I've been sitting back and paying attention and listening to other people that are what I class as investigative journalists, putting two and two together. And if it wasn't for you, the subscribers, sending me emails with the things that you've seen, and I look at them all and I see, I wait till I build a picture. Now, when you send me things, I don't just jump at it like clickbait. I look into it. And then after a while, I tick all the boxes and it's time to give one's opinion. Now, I'm fully aware that a certain lady, proper lady on YouTube, calls someone myth, M-Y-T-H, myth-carriage. Because now, before we get into this, I want to point out that losing a child is probably one of the most horrific things that anyone could ever experience other than losing a parent and a child. It's shocking. And this is by no means making fun of anything. This is looking into a situation that, in my opinion, has been a complete myth. So let's go back and look at this. Now, July 2020 is when it is alleged that Meghan Markle had a miscarriage, which is shocking to find out. Of course it is. But as time has progressed, and in hindsight, we look back at that era and we think, really, did this really happen? Let's look at prior to 2020. Prior to 2020, Harry and Meghan had decided to leave the royal family. They wanted to relinquish their HRH titles and they wanted to go it alone. But then from there, right through to the miscarriage date, there was nothing but hypocrisy. There was the lies, there was the rumours, there was the bullying allegations, there were stories coming out about Harry jumping naked into a pool. Things in his old days are being brought back up. There was the complete lie. There was the Oprah interview coming up. There was little bits of snippets being released. There was the royal family bullying. Then it was the racist thing. And it was constant. They were being hammered. She was being destroyed by the mainstream media and by YouTubers who were looking into all this nonsense. So, all of a sudden, out of the blue, comes a miscarriage. If real, shocking. If not real, even more shocking. How do you get the public off your back? How do you get the public to stop attacking you, thinking you're an asshole, and the sympathy vote comes out? Yeah, a lot of presenters, a lot of TV stations, a lot of newspapers went at the story and went, it's shocking that she's this here. Then there was the allegations of, for instance, she was allegedly suicidal, which is a bit strange considering her husband at the time, Harry, was an ambassador for a mental health charity that deals with this type of mental health, but she didn't feel she could ask him. That's a bit strange, isn't it? So there's always that to look at. Suicidal thoughts, no one asked me if I was okay. Husband has his fingertips on his mobile phone on every CEO to do with mental health and could have got him her help like that. But nothing. There was all these allegations coming out. The miscarriage, the bullying. It was the victimization. When we started to look at this and we started to realise these are global victims at every situation. Oh, there's a bushfire in Malawi. Yes, but Meghan, I burnt something yesterday. There was always something to play up to a world catastrophe. In other words, stop looking at that issue, look at me. So, I'll leave it to you. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is it a miscarriage or a myth-carriage? Let me know. Hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe.